yeah, nothing about the day was really as planned. You can probably see Naffle because it's like an hour after sunset. For tonight, I really just want to get to camp, take it easy. It's a good job I didn't walk down there. This is my chosen spot. That's the driest, flattest area I could find. It's not where I was planning to sleep. I was planning to sleep near a lake, but right now, 10 to midnight, can't be bothered to find it. Well, good morning. It's 7 o'clock. I've been awake since 4 o'clock this morning. This is where I slept, by the way. So it's pretty flat. I did slide that way a bit, but I did find the lake that I was meant to sleep at, as expected, is just down there. So I've got packed up, and apart from a very small patch of flattened grass, which won't take very long to spring back up again, you'd never know I was there. If I can get to that big flat rock, I'll stop there, I think. That looks good. I've done half a kilometre in nearly an hour. Whenever I'm walking on a path like this, with big slabs that have been placed for you to walk on, I always just think, God, this must have been such a big effort to do. Yeah, it's really nice to know that I haven't really got to be anywhere. I feel calm. Anyway, ramble, bye. What an amazing landscape. So I've just come down the hill into the trees. I've been walking in the trees for a while. It's nice to get a bit of a change of scenery. And it's also nice to get a bit of open shade as well from the sun, because it was already starting to get pretty blooming warm. Met another couple of people just before coming down into the trees as I was refilling some water. So I expect to be seeing more and more people as I come down. I'm assuming I'm still on the right path. I haven't actually checked the map, fairly certain I'm going in the right direction.
A few moments later.
I was meant to have turned off about a kilometre back, so go back uphill and find out where it was I was meant to have turned off. I don't really mind though, because it was a nice walk, but yeah, I've got to start paying attention to where I'm going. So, having turned around and walked back up the hill to the turn that I should have taken, I don't feel so bad about missing it, because I'm fairly certain that this is it. If that's an indication of what the rest of the path might be like, sod that. I'm wearing shorts. I'm not following that for the next several kilometres. Sod that. So I'm going to have to work out what my alternative is. I've been going for 4 hours and I've done 4 kilometres. I mean, that's not bad, to be fair. At the start of the day, I was thinking if I've got 10k to walk for today, and if that takes me 10 hours, so a kilometre an hour, I'll get to somewhere to camp by about 5. So actually, that's fine. This is not a problem. I will find an alternative. And there's plenty of good places to go for an alternative, so I'm not too worried. I can feel sweat trickling down my back. I'll catch up with you when I found somewhere to, or myself, catch up with myself, catch up with you, catch up with, I'll film again when I figure out what I'm doing. Bye. So a little bit further up up the main path, I found this relatively well trodden path. That's a good sign that I'm on the right track as a style. Oh yes, there's a nice well-defined path heading up there. Once I get to the top, I should see a lake. So I was just thinking about stopping and filming a bit to say my nice well-defined path has turned into a less well-defined riverbed, and just as I thought that, my right foot slipped into a puddle, and I've now got a wet front half of my right foot. Wow, I need to stop and get some food. So I've just stopped and had some food, checked the map, worked out where I need to go if I'm going to follow the route, but I've decided that I just cannot be asked to follow the route. I've come about 500 metres and it's just been trudging through the undergrowth. Now there's no visible path at all. And I mean, I could keep going, and on a different day I probably would, but today I just can't be asked. The route, the path, the footpath, there's a footpath up here, the footpath goes somewhere up there, dips down, and you can see the lake that I was hoping to get to, but between here and there, there's no discernible path. And then between the ridge and the lake, there's probably going to be no path whatsoever. And then there's not even a footpath marked on the map around the lake, so I'd really be making it up as I go. And then the other side of the lake, there's another couple of kilometres of what on the map looks like this, so I just can't be asked, really. So yeah, back down to the main path. Let's stop talking and let's do that. Next time you see me, I'll be on the main path again. Okay, I lied. I'm not at the main path yet, but I just wanted to record what this path is like. And this is after I've doubled back, this is the bit that's more well defined. So I don't know what that looked like on camera, but that was super well defined compared to the section just uphill from here. Right, so I've made it back to the main path. Bit of a shame not to carry on, just wasn't fun. And that was just about 500 metres of it. I still had another 3 or 4 kilometres on the map of terrain and path that was probably going to be really similar, if not worse. So, yeah, would have been incredibly slow going, I think. I will now message people to say, we'll change of plan. I won't be on the planned route anymore. I mean, I was first here 3 hours ago, was when I first came past that tree down the hill. It was about 3 hours ago. So I've done, it's not even been a big circle, it's been a out and back that way, down the hill and back up again, and then out and back that way, up the hill and back down again. And now I'm going to go back up this hill where I started from. I might even go and sit on my breakfast rock. Been sat here for about an hour. Okay, so I was going to move on, but I went down to refill my water with the filter at the river and I got a wet foot, and this proved to be a good place for drying shoes out. So I'm just going to dry those out a bit and then I'll start going, because I'm not in a rush to get anywhere. I still feel like I need to. I need to justify being here by going somewhere. If this is as far as I go, if I don't go outside of this valley, fine. No one's telling me I have to. Anyway, ramble. So I realised I haven't actually really given an update as to where I am. I came up out of the valley I was in, back towards where the car was parked, and decided to turn right off of it and come towards Rhinog Fawr. I don't know how you say it. So skirted round this hill here, came round that one, got a good view over Coa de Brennan and the A470, came up in this little dip over there. It's really hard to point at things on camera. And it came to the shore of the lake, and it was just, I knew it was coming, but it was just absolutely stunning. So I'm at the lake, and it's just amazing. I was going to summit the Rhinog, whatever it is, and some people that had kind of caught up with me and I'd caught up with them. They were up there. I bet. I can't even see. Oh, there you are. But yeah, I just went for a swim, a very, very brief swim, because the water was pretty blooming cold. I also wasn't too sure how I was going to get back out again. Just went in down there somewhere. It's beautiful. Woo! 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 As it is, I'm kind of glad it worked out this way, because I was going to be coming down here late Sunday afternoon if all had gone to plan with the actual route. So anyway, I'm here now instead. What a gorgeous evening. Well, what a brilliant day. I got a bit mardy in the middle of it when I hadn't had enough food and water. It's caught up with me now. I've had enough food, I've had enough water, and I've got enough energy again. Should we do a little tour? Let's do a little tour. So this is where I'm going to sleep and cook. Amazing, beautiful. Or I could cook with even more of a view over there. I'll show you what that view is. So let's go up here. What do you reckon to that then? The Rhinogs, hidden gem. This is a nice place to spend some time. So yeah, I spent the day in that valley today, mostly, and then tomorrow I'll wake up and I think spend the day in this valley. What a way to spend some time, eh? Alright, for dinner tonight we have microwave rice and barbecue fish. Barbecue fish. Cooked with that, stirred with that. Dinner. Oh, my bag nearly fell over. What are you doing? Right. Yeah, I have cooked dinner in some pretty cool places, but I think this is definitely winning. Views, the weather's amazing. I think I probably won't bother with the chair. I think I'll probably just sit on that rock over there. Tear that open. Ooh, hot. It's one of the few things I dislike about gas stoves. Maybe they're not all the same, but this one certainly is. It's just pretty bloody loud. The other thing I don't like about gas stoves, especially with a gas bottle this small, or a canister or whatever, is that they're not very stable. I just always feel like it's going to fall over. This feels proper. What a place. Gonna give it a moment or two to cool down a bit. Done. Right, let's see if this shot is framed at all well. Oh, yeah, it looks alright. Oh, nearly put that on my leg then. That would have been a mistake. That's probably they're hot. Yeah, nothing about the day was really as planned. Started in a different place, missed a turning. Yeah, came back up the hill, couldn't find the path. Then found the path, followed it, decided to nope out of there. And then was a bit of a loose end and hungry and tired and thirsty. And I'd been in the sun a bit too long and sat on a rock for 2 hours. Oh, editing this together is going to be a nightmare because it's mostly just shots of me talking to myself. I'm going to turn the camera off because I don't really need a video of me eating my whole dinner. I'll just have to keep my amazing thoughts to myself while I'm not filming. This is where I'm going to sleep tonight. Great stuff. Got a lovely view. Got some neighbours over there somewhere. I did just check the weather forecast because I was vaguely aware that Sunday wasn't looking so hot, so I think I might stay here tonight, maybe summit, and then go home. The plan was to stay for 3 nights, but I just wanted a nice warm weather trip. I don't want to be... Looks like there's going to be a bit of wind chill, so with wind chill it could be down to low single digits, whereas during the day today it's been like pushing 30 degrees, I would imagine. I'm so glad that I stayed here. I've had such a relaxed evening. It's been great. It's been good. It's been not what I planned, but exactly what I needed out of this trip. Oh well, it's like probably 9:15. There's going to be another hour of daylight as the sun sets. You'll probably not hear from me again until the morning, so good night. Well, I woke up at 4 AM properly, having spent a windy night down by the lake. The wind proved to have been fortuitous though, because it kept the midges away. I don't know if you can see the midges now, but even up here there's midges. I would have filmed a bit more of the lovely orange orb of sunrise just as it came over the horizon, but well, I'll put a clip in from down at the lake and you'll see why. That was why I didn't film any more of that. There were midges everywhere. And I could see this couple somewhere up there shuffling around in their bivvy bags trying to find a windier spot to get rid of the midges as well. I do want to just take a moment and stop and appreciate the landscape because it is gorgeous. But that's about it because there's loads of midges, so I'm going to keep heading up. Right, bye. Be easy to lose an ankle in here though. Oh. Gained height a bit quickly on there. It's been, I don't know, half an hour. I've come up from the lake down there. I definitely don't want to go down this way. The view from here is crazy. Ah, that's the lake. That's the lake I was meant to get to yesterday. So yeah, right, that's the way I came up. Don't want to go down there. The way the other guys came down must be over there. So that's where I want to go, over there. Just trying to familiarise myself with what it looks like from this angle. Yeah, see how long it takes to get up here. All right, now comes my least favourite bit, having summited just up the top there, but there's some other people up there. It felt weird to just get my camera out and film, so you get the view from near the summit instead, but not quite the actual summit. But just imagine that view, but 360. This is what I'm walking down. Steady, steady. I want to look up at the view, but you can't really enjoy the view while you're walking down something like this. What a fantastic place to be. I must admit I wasn't really feeling it at 4 o'clock this morning when the midges descended, or in the middle of the night when the wind kept waking me up. I was too warm last night and the night before because the bag I've got, the sleeping bag, is rated to 0 and it must have only got down to like 10 degrees, not even that. And that's the downside with bivvy bags. There's not a lot of chance to vent. All right, well I can see the lake I came up from. Descending quickly. Those tents have already become quite a lot bigger. At least the rocks are super grippy. So when you're on a rock, you're fine. Oh, there's a path down there. That'll take me at least part of the way back to my bag and where I want to be. So I just sat at the edge of the lake for a while. On my way in, I was walking along and came across this. You have to be really careful where you step, otherwise you're going bye bye. Did I start to wish I'd gone a different way? A little bit. It's fun though. It's a pretty good place to have coffee. Probably my favourite place to stop and have a coffee ever. And waking up at 4 AM meant that I could go and summit the mountain next to me and be back down without rushing, and it's only 8:30. So I've still got the entire day to do nothing with, really. Fairly certain that I'm going to end my trip a little bit early because of the weather. It's due to turn overnight, I think. I've had a nice dry, hot trip. I don't want to get cold and wet at the end. While I was having a rest on the way back down from the summit, I stopped over the other side of the lake and saw these guys going out for a swim. They swam all the way over to this side. I just got in down there, went a couple of metres away from where I got in and got back out again. They stayed in for ages. Oh. Yeah, definitely want to come back here. I've packed up and I'm going to start heading back down. Since doing the last bit of filming and putting my bag on, it's now raining. Not soaked through to the skin raining, but it's raining. Put the mic away because that's not waterproof. You have to just deal with the audio straight out of the camera. See how wet I get, I guess. Again, not in any rush, but if it's raining, I'm not going to be stopping. So I'm back to the main path, just running next to me there, and that's the path I came in on in the dark. So all the way up from the car park. It's quite an easy walk back down. There's a little bit of a wet section just in front of me, and then it dips down, crosses a fire road and goes into the trees and runs along a river. A little waterfall. It's quite nice. What a place to spend a couple of days, eh? That is where I summited this morning, and then down in there was the lake, and I've come down across the front of here and this way, and then down there's the car. Anyway, it's just more of this for a while. Alright, I've reached the Fire Road crossroad. Check for traffic. No traffic, just me. It's been a good trip. It's not been what I planned it to be, but actually I'm glad that it wasn't what I planned it to be. I think I probably would have got too tired because I'd underestimated the elevation. Would have turned into type 2 fun because it's meant to be probably feels like kind of 5 degrees tomorrow compared to feels like about 30 at the moment. Done lots and lots of rambling while I've been rambling. Pun intended.